Hey there folks, Mr. Dickin here. In this video we're going to be talking about target 3 of our first unit, and that's going to be graphing linear equations and inequalities. Typically when we graph, we like to see things written in slope-intercept form. So y equals mx plus b, that is going to be our friend. And in slope-intercept form, whatever number is attached to your x value, that will tell you the slope. And then whatever is the constant value, that will tell you your y-intercept, the yint, if you will. So where on the y-axis does it head? All right, so first example, I've got 2/3 x minus 7. All right, my y-intercept is going to be 7. I'll use red for, negative 7. So on the y-axis, I'll throw a dot at negative 7. And then my slope, in this case 2/3, well, that's telling me to get my next point, I have to go up 2, and I'm going up because it was positive, and then I'll go over, left to right, 3 units. So from this point here, I'm going to go up 2, over 3, so that's going to be my next point right over there. Up 2, over 3. Now, if I want additional points, I just repeat that process over and over. Up 2, over 3, boom, another one, boom, another one. I feel like DJ Khaled. Another one. All right, then when all is said and done, to the best of my ability, we are going to connect those dots with a straight line. Holy smokes, that is horrendous. Sorry you had to witness that. Let me use a straight edge here. So we'll use a straight line to connect those dots. All right. Next type. All right, here we've got an inequality. So since we're dealing with an inequality, that tells me 2 things. 1, there's going to be some shading involved, either above or below the line. And 2, it's either going to be a solid or a dotted, aka dashed line. And before we get into any of that, let's go ahead, let's rearrange this so we have slope-intercept form. So I'm going to move the 2x to the other side. So I've got negative 3y less than negative 2x plus 12. And then if I divided everything by negative 3, that would give me y, and then positive 2/3, because I divided by negative 3, minus 4. And since we divide by a negative, that symbol has to flip around. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to pretend like I'm just graphing a line. Okay, so I'm going to get my y-intercept at negative 4. My slope is up 2 over 3. So y-intercept negative 4. Let me use a highlighter. And then up 2 over 3, up 2 over 3, up 2 over 3. I can go backwards too if I go down 2, backwards 3. Just to get some more points, why not? Now, this inequality symbol does not have the underline. So in the previous target, we were talking about how that would not get a filled in circle. Well, when we're talking about lines, it would not get a filled in quote unquote line. Oops. I goofed on that point. So we're going to have to create a dashed line for this. So a dotted line instead of a solid line. Also, since this symbol here is a greater than, that means we're going to have to shade above the line. So we're going to have to shade above our graphed line. Well, if I ever need to know which way is above, I'll pick a random spot on the line and look up. So up here is going to be above my line. So to the best of your ability, just kind of shade all that in. What this represents is any point anywhere in here would be a solution to this inequality here. So if I chose this point here, negative 4 comma 6, if I plugged in negative 4 and 6 in for x and y, that would satisfy this original equation. If I have a point that's on the line, it would not satisfy this inequality because this line is not included. That's why it was dashed. So for instance, right here, 0, negative 4, if I plug in 0 and negative 4, that would not satisfy the inequality. All right, onward we go. Number 3, we want to graph a line that has an x-intercept at negative 2 and a y-intercept at negative 5. All right, my x-intercept is negative 2, so on the x-axis I'll have a dot at negative 2. And then the y-axis has a dot at negative 5. Well, hey, as soon as I've got 2 points, I have permission to create a line. So they just told me 2 points for free. There's my line, and we're done. Celebrate, yay. It's not asking me to write the equation, it just wants me to graph the thing. And last one here, number 4. We have a slope of negative 1/5. That's going to be important. So that tells me I'm going down 1 over 5. And it goes through the point negative 6, 3. So I've got a point for free at negative 6, 3. Ooh, I just rhymed. How fun. So negative 6, 3. Boom, right there. And then my slope is negative 1/5. So I'm going to go down 1 over 5, down 1 over 5, so on and so on and so on. So down 1 over 5 would put me right there. And then if I do the same thing again, right there. I can do that however many times I see fit until I have a satisfactory number of points. If you're doing this online, you only need 2 points, by the way. And then once we have our points, we'd graph the line, and we're good to go. All right. So that, my friends, is it for graphing linear equations. If you followed along with these 4 examples, you should be totally good to go. You know the drill. If at any point something doesn't make sense, please let me know. And as always, folks, good luck. Have fun. Be safe. Roll Tide.